Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Jabal sheared on the side.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll run with Bawden. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
He's tackled at the 34.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
36-yard line.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down, Lions.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second and 8. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Throwing is Stafford. On the move to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
21-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught by Bunches. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. And again, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down and 8. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
And what with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Jamal Sheard on the stop.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for DeAndre Swift.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
For the Lions.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On play action, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. We're scoreless after one.
No score.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
53, ready. Let's go, D.
Throwing again. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And some space here. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Davante Adams, his intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Get off the field. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Push him back. Push him back.
Spins past him, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
51 is Mike. Mike 51. Back one. Here we go. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Packers 10, Lions nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
For Davante Adams.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Rodgers again here on second and 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Danny Shelton's a former first-round pick at the University of Washington on his 3rd team now, previously with the Bears and the Patriots. He made that play like the hit he put on the commissioner on draft night.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. But the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Packers 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. To return, here's Agnew. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And the Lions 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
That's it, baby. There it is. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. On play action, now Rodgers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Steps away, and he finds Penny. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rodgers forced out to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
28-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead now increases to 20-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A gain of 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40.
Number 33.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. One nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
Not today, you are. Not today. Switch.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And some room to roam now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
The 36-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Christian Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Operating from the gun. Rodgers. He's going to go deep for... And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
1st and goal.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Packers add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes. 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 at the 41. To the air again, Stafford. And the catch made by Johnson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Lions, first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Detroit.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
You're not ready. You're here. 58's the money. 58's the money. You must be dreaming.
From the gun, Stafford. And now here is another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Watch the whip.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maybin.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the 1st quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Lions' 15-yard line.
2nd and 11 now.
It's been a long day for you. 25, check 20, go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 20. Hey, watch the screen.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
1st and 10.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Check it out, Reed. Switch.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Was Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Hey, Mike 20. I'm coming.
Again, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On for the field goal, a 23-yard attempt.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. Now a first down throw. Stafford. A slant to Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
On the play. First down, Detroit.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And 12 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing again is Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
The keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
so it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that?